Well, it's the clash we've all been waiting for from about 3 weeks ago, I think. The final of the Malaysian leg was a classic. Japan coming out the victors 14 points to 7. But by crikey, Hong Kong were in that game for a long period of time, weren't they, Dino?
Well, yeah, just come down to the last set piece and the line out right 5 minutes out. Hong Kong hard on attack, but just one simple mistake. So I'm sure that's been daunting them for the last 3 weeks and want to rectify that. Here we go. Here, Hong Kong's looking. Here's number 2 there.
The key to the game is probably tying up that man, Lamano Lameki. He was their nemesis in the final in Malaysia.
I think we're going to see a real good forward contest here. Nice short kick gone long there. Well done Hong Kong to secure that, because that could have been anyone's.
It's the final of the Cup, and Hong Kong are away. They're really psyched up for this game. Aaron Littlewood is the referee.
And this is the start any team wants. You know, you just need to start well. So whoever can get on the board quickly could be the key factor going forward.
Oh, he's kicked that too long, Hood. They're going to have to come back. What a shame.
Yeah, what a shame, because it was looking on too, and that could have just put so much pressure on the Japanese 5 meters out, but all the way back to the 10 meter mark.
Heartbreaking. Just takes the bit of wind out of the sails too when things like that happen, but Hong Kong, promising start for them. I want to make sure of the defence first up. Now Lameki standing at second receiver here. He's up against Vati, who's one of the most experienced Hong Kong players. It's Sakai, though, talking about experienced players, who goes blindside. A little bit of obstruction there. Accidentally offside, the ref's calling it. So Hong Kong get possession now.
Yeah, a lot of the players are working hard off the ball, Mike, just to really need to push themselves in this final year, and they just can't leave any space unturned.
Alex McQueen, converted winger, in at scrum half. It's Hood. Oh, he gets captured rather high there from Sakai. Referee Littlewood's not happy. So Hood will want to make sure of his touch finder this time. Not so ambitious, carving off the territory, gets to halfway. Jamie Hood.
And this has been one of Hong Kong's strengths, is the line-outs, actually, Mike. Been very consistent, so let's hopefully that continues for them. Little short option at the front.
Rafe Morrison showing some strength and power. McQueen to Hewson, who was very impressive in the game against Korea, matching the Koreans' physicality. So just retaining possession. Here's Vati, what's he got? Runs around the outside of Lameki, but Lameki eventually gets him, and he's managed to hold on to the ball there. Hewson, who knows only one way, and that's forward. Ito with a good tackle. Offloads, yes, it's Tom McQueen. And Hong Kong have gone over for the first try of the match.
What a great little facet of play there. I think the Japanese thought they were going to be going wide again, but Hewson picked it up from the base of that ruck, and great support by Tom McQueen.
Yeah, he could sense as soon as Hewson took off, he needed to be on the shoulder, and away he went. And good work from Vati there too, testing Lameki's defensive skills. He eventually dragged him down, but boy, it got Hong Kong on the front foot well and truly. That's Tom McQueen's 8th try of the tournament.
Yeah, I spoke to Trevor Gregory from Hong Kong downstairs, and kicks unconverted, and he said that whoever starts well on the points is going to be a good way moving forward. So here's the replay there. Hewson actually did a little bit of a shimmy dummy, took a little bit of leg power, and great work by Tom McQueen to be off his shoulder.
I'd imagine you would have had some part to play in teaching him the shimmy dummy, Dino. Jamie Hood restarting play.
Nice kick.
Yeah, Jones is underneath it, gives it to Vati. They're really psyched up here, Hong Kong, aren't they? Oh, Hewson loses the ball. They might have been punched out by Takiri. Oh no, and Alex McQueen picks up the loose ball, and away they go for the second try. Well, Japan have got hands on hips and aren't happy, but this is exactly what they did to Sri Lanka. They hit them hard and handsome early on, and now Japan are under the cosh with Hood with his second conversion chance, this time in front of the posts.
Well, deja vu again with Houston from that ruck. You might see it in the replay here. Just took it off there. Yeah, punched out from Takiri there. So play on, and then, yeah, young Amac decides to pick it up and underneath the post for another 5 pointers. So well done. Good reaction by Hong Kong.
Yeah, no, you could see it there, and good call from the referee. It's not often that you get a call like that where a player carrying the ball seems to lose it, but it was spot on. Takiri put his mitt in there and pushed it out. Here's Takiri now, he goes up for the ball, but he's beaten to it by the try scorer McQueen, who's knocked it on. And this is good play from Hong Kong. They're obviously very psyched up for this game, and if they can win this final, they'll be back on even footing with the Japanese for the series.
And it's probably the first time that the Japanese have been tested this whole weekend, so yeah, so a little bit of pressure back on them.
Of course, they've got some firepower. They won't be panicking just yet. Sakai. Good work over the ball from Hong Kong, though. Oh, he's been penalised, though. Tom McQueen. You can just feel the crowd are rooting for Hong Kong, who would probably be termed the underdogs before this game started. So Japan settle it down. Sakai, well, he's been in a few finals in his time, the veteran. And funnily enough, they didn't go with Harada to start in this game. They fancied him against the fast, smaller Sri Lankans, but not picking him to start against Hong Kong. Interesting, because he made a difference, Harada, for Japan in the first few minutes of their game against Sri Lanka. And Hong Kong really aggressive here, and they managed to hold the ball carrier up. So they'll get the turnover. Good work. There'll be some pats on the back here.
Yeah, Jamie Hood right in the middle of that one there, just to start it all off. So well done by Jamie.
A bit of Robin Hood from Jamie Hood there. Robbing from the rich. So Alex McQueen will put the ball into the scrum.
You're looking out wide here. Got Tom McQueen out there really wide there.
So here's Varty. And oh, what a missile that was. Ito coming in with Tom McQueen. What a good crashing tackle, and that got the crowd alight. Tom McQueen, he gets up after the tackle though. Here's Rafe Morrison. Like the look of this young fella. Ball's out. The Hong Kong players are clustered. And I'll just have to reset this, and Houston gives it to Alex McQueen. Rafe Morrison again on hand to make just a couple of tough meters. Lee Jones.
Yeah, they're looking at going route one a couple of times just to suck them in a bit more, not panicking too much. So it's an interesting sort of concept that the Hong Kong team is taking on board.
There's longer halves in this final, so plenty of time for Japan to get back into this game, but 2 tries to 1 down at the moment.
Yeah, great defence by Hong Kong. It's just not allowing Japan to do what they've been doing all weekend, and it's actually getting the ball as wide as they can, as quick as they can. So they've really been spoiling that pattern for Japan. So well done to Hong Kong.
It's almost like Varty's been given the mission to just look after Lameki too. Lameki hasn't featured at the moment. He's been well wrapped up, and the line speed of Varty getting up has been impressive on defence too. Here's Varty with the ball in hand on Japan's 10-metre line.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking the route one there. Then that ruck there of Varty, they had 3 other forwards players coming in, then another 2 come around the corner. So it'll be interesting what Coach Alex Gibbs and Dai Rees have put out there before their match against Japan.
Well, they wouldn't tell me. I was doing a bit of spying down there about half an hour ago, but the iPad was well wrapped up when they saw me peering through.
Well, whatever it is, it's working at the moment in favour of Hong Kong. So
Sakai throws a big looping pass to Lameki, decides to chip and chase. It's Alex McQueen who got his body on the ball. Here's Tukiri Good defence again from Hong Kong. They're getting back in numbers, but Lameki picks it up. Oh, well, he's not played advantage there, the referee. Lameki was halfway onto the try line, so Takiri takes it forward. Oh, breaks down here. Hood tries to get a foot to the ball. So Japan are ruffled, aren't they? You can just feel a little bit of tension, and I would have been unhappy there if I was a Japanese player. Littlewood blasting for the penalty while Lameki was halfway towards the line there. A bit of a break for Hong Kong, really.
It was actually, and it could have been a bounce that got in favour of Lameki or Hong Kong, but yes, it taking the pressure right off Hong Kong again now.
They're so composed here at scrum time. Perfect ball on a plate to Hood. We see so many teams struggle now. Littlewood's given a penalty away offside. The runner's in front of the kick.
Yeah, look, pretty much Tom McQueen was in front, but a great option there from Jamie Hood. I think that Tom would have gone all the way if he was behind, but yeah, just can't afford to let the Japanese back into the game here. But let's see what the Japanese this time where they really need to put it on, put the pressure on, phase after phase. Don't panic.
Here's Suzuki. It'll be a set move. Sakai's there, first receiver. Suzuki decides to go himself, draw the defence. Had Matsunobu with him. Oh, now it's a penalty against Japan. The referee really featuring here, holding on, says referee Littlewood to Suzuki.
Great work by both Nick Hewson and Tom McQueen there on the tackle and the man over the top. So, yeah, been working very well together. The just in pairs. Great time to finish the half there, Mike.
Well, a half that Hong Kong can put their hand up and rightfully claim as their own. 2 tries, one of them converted, and they really rattled this Japanese team, number 1 seeds for the tournament. So good work. There's the young Rafe Morrison, Jamie Hood. They've all had a part to play. There have been errors, but they've got 2 tries on the board, and they really have ruffled the feathers of this Brave Blossoms Japanese team. It's 12-0 at halftime.
Half to go, buddy, half to go.
So just looking at the teams filing back for the second half, Hong Kong appear to be unchanged, and would appear the same for Japan as well. Tom McQueen there with a great try, his brother Alex with one as well. So Jamie Hood, captain of this Hong Kong team now.
See if Alex McQueen can get underneath this one and regain position.
Looks like Japan have got this one. Oh, Sakai gets a nasty hit off the ball from Alex McQueen. Lameki, can he step his way to success? No, well wrapped up there from Hong Kong. But they're offside, just up a bit too quickly. Suzuki looking for the mark. Suzuki, also another veteran, the 32-year-old. They'll need the old heads to recapture. We'll get on the points board first and foremost. Here's Takiri, who gives Tom McQueen the big handoff, but then loses possession. So good physical play there from Tunkeri, but then after he adjusted with Tom McQueen, just juggled the ball. Is Vati so important to this Hong Kong setup? Made his debut at the Hong Kong Sevens. I think he was a 16-year-old, wasn't he? Or 17. And that was 10 years ago. So he's been very much part of the success of this Hong Kong setup for the last decade. Hood. Here he is, Rowan Vati, up against Lamecki. Gives it to Tom McQueen. He'll try to find some space around the outside. If it's one thing that Ito's solid at is his defence. Might lack a couple of steps in pace. And they've been penalised going down. So Japan really need to score here. Lamecki finally gets the ball on the front foot, but again, safe and sure defence from Alex McQueen. And we're playing advantage here to Hong Kong. It's Rafe Morrison who decides to put in a raking kick.
Not a bad option. Not a bad option. Good chase by Rafe.
Yes, he's allowed Tukiri to get to his feet, and then they've wrapped him up nicely. Oh, it's a real rabble in there, but it eventuates in a Japanese penalty. Hong Kong in from the side. But that won't worry Hong Kong, all these minutes of just the cut and thrust in midfield. They don't want that. They don't want to break, and they wrap Ozawa up. Now there's some front football for Japan. Lamecki. Wobbly little pass there to Sakai, who's stationed himself on the wing. Good step from him, so he's got 2-on-1 here. It's Suzuki. And they don't want him to go into the post, but he will. He's looping around. They would have preferred to station him out there on the corner flag to give him the try, but, well, it's about time for some subs by the looks on the Hong Kong team. They're gasping for air, some of them. Rafe Morrison there, left stretched, and also Lee Jones. It was good work from Sakai, though, the old head. Couple of steps, and then all of a sudden he had his two compatriots on the outside in space.
Yeah, you notice that the conversion is successful. You notice the Japanese just decided to take a little bit more route one, stuck in a few more defenders before they went out wide. And as you can see here, they're great ball skills and just sheer pace that old Rafe just couldn't quite get there to cover. And even Tom McQueen to shut it down underneath the post there.
So 12 points to 7. Houston's been substituted by Simon Leong.
Yeah, great effort there by Nick, and now you got Simon Leong in there. I'm sure he's going to continue what's been left behind there. So this is going to be an interesting call here.
Yeah,
whether it's no shoulder or not.
Yeah.
So
went in the arms in that smash. Lee Jones got smashed, but the assistant referee was happy with the tackle. To Kerry, trying to put the ball in quickly. So good attacking opportunity here for Japan. McQueen wants to put pressure on at the line out. Short ball, Suzuki to Sakai. Here's Lamecki. And Vati's equal to the occasion. Wraps him up nicely. Japan, though, with 3-on-2 outside, but Vati quickly to his feet, evens it up. Good handoff from Japan. The strength and fitness may be coming through in the last couple of minutes here. Another penalty as Hong Kong try to slow the ball down. It's Sakai, wanted to take it quickly. Oh, the crowd are not happy either. Sakai regains his composure and gets it to Tukiri. Here's Lamecki, finally some space for Lamecki. Oh, and he tackles himself 10 metres out. Japan urgently get it out. Suzuki, Ozawa, and oh no, Ito. Ito's knocked it on. All he had to do was grasp the ball and dive over the line. And there's a chance gone bigging for Japan.
What a lucky getaway card out of that one there for Hong Kong. So coming back here for a scrum about 15 metres out underneath the post there, Japan ball. So much pressure there put on by the Japanese on the Hong Kong line.
So a good scrum here for Japan. Although a lot of pressure from Alex McQueen. And scrumming again, another knock on. So Harada will make an appearance at scrum half too. What a great little player he's been. He's only had maybe 2 periods of play on, and he's shone. Suzuki, the old warhorse, jogs off, and it's the youthful Harada.
And Henry's been brought on to the wing as well, Mike.
So Henry also with those dancing feet of his. Sakai gets it to Lemeki, who's on this open side wing. He's got numbers and he chooses Harada. Watch this man, he's lightning. They wrap him up well and they've held him off the ground too. Oh no, in from the side, says the referee. Was it a maul first? Well, it doesn't matter. Penalty in Hong Kong, better be careful here. Some real dramatics going on from both teams. The Hong Kong team accusing the Japanese of maybe some foul play there. So referee reading the riot act here to both captains. Just appealing for calm. Never the diplomat, Aaron Littlewood. Okay, so looks like we'll play a penalty. Sakai proving to be a sportsman. All right, so it's Harada. He'll take this tap kick. Decides to go himself. Oh, good defence from Alex McQueen.
Can they hold him up on the line, Mike?
I think they can.
Could
you
be a
can't
turnover.
afford a try there, can you, surely? No, but it's gone over the try line, so it'll be a 5-metre attacking scrum for Japan. Hong Kong would have preferred to keep that in the field of play. What a cliffhanger we've got on our hands here in the Thailand League final of the HSBC Asian Sevens Series. Hong Kong quickly out to a 12-0 lead, and Japan slowly chipping it away, 12-7, with just a few moments left. It's Sakai who gets the ball. Out to Henry, who will take on Vati. Inside ball here for Lemeki, who's on the wing now. Oh, that's a spiralling pass. Did it go forward? No, says the referee.
And
yes,
no, the touchdown
says the referee. Yes, well, I think it might have been to Ozawa. And it's the way that it spiraled to the side of the body he passed from that gave it away. It certainly drifted a heck of a way forward. The local crowd are not happy. The Singapore team up on their feet. So Hong Kong get another chance, and there's some new legs on here too. 3 men off. 3 men on. Jones, Tom McQueen, Hood off. Rimini, Yu Kam Shing. Simon Leong's already on, and it'll be Max Woodward there in the middle of the scrum. So fresh legs for Hong Kong, and they need it in this last couple of minutes. Solid scrum from Hong Kong. And Alex McQueen decides to get Yu Kam Shing to chase. He's put it out. So Henry quickly with the ball. Alex Gibbs there, a little bit of showmanship, touching the ball so that Japan can't play on quickly. It's Harada. Sloppy from Japan, but Takiri, he's stepped up for this final. Takiri's played a big role. Henry again with Vati. Vati so determined, like a limpet. Here's Lemeki, finally gets some speed up. Takiri, who's in the right place at the right time. Henry, oh, there's a line-up here for Japan. Have they mucked it up again? It's Matsunobu, out to Ozawa. Rafe Morrison tries his best. Oh, he stretches out. Ozawa scored in the corner. Try to Japan, conversion to come. We have a tied game, and unless Lemeki or Sakai can get this ball over, we're going to have some extra time on our hands.
Well, you thought that the Japanese would have blown their chance with that long cut-out pass there, Mike, and thought that it might have been going astray, but they recollected, and the numbers were just against the Hong Kong team, with Woodward and Rafe really chasing a bit of speed, but last grasp by Rafe and just wasn't enough, so forced him into the corner with the kick to come.
Well, this Sakai, he's got a cool head on his shoulders. This might be the end of the game if he slots this. Oh no, it's just dipped away to the left. And the crowd are loving this. We're tied at 12 all. Excitement aplenty. You see here the horrible pass to Matsunobu, but he knew he had to get it out quickly. He semi-committed Morrison. I got to say it was a brilliant attempt by Rafe Morrison, but just his arms weren't long enough, so Japan have put it out. It'll be a free kick to Hong Kong. This game's not over yet.
Could be a crucial mistake there, Mike, kicking out on the full there, so positioning straight away to Hong Kong and probably time up on the clock shortly.
Alex McQueen taking his time to get to the mark. So we've seen some great set pieces from both teams. This one from McQueen and Hong Kong Rimanet, who gives it to Woodward. Varty out on the wing this time. A hard man to track down, that's for sure, Varty. That's Leong. Alex McQueen decides to get it out wide to Yu Kam Shing. Well, it's a good aggressive tackle on the wing there from Lameki. Alex McQueen here, who decides to go himself. Amac, has he got the pace to get around Harada? No, he doesn't. Brave tackle from Harada. Leong, good linking from him. On the left wing now, Woodward. Thought about going himself, spins in the tackle. Support from Yu Kam Shing, who gets over the top. Bit of slowing. Oh, I don't know about that. A lot of hands in the ruck there. Referee was on the spot though. Yu Kam Shing just couldn't enter the ruck in the correct way. His legs were flailing and couldn't provide that initial support.
So unlucky.
Oh well, the Japanese are happy to just kick it out and go to the end of regular time, all tied up. What an exciting game we've had so far.
What a great score, and Hong Kong's been in this situation many times in the last grasp by the Japanese to take either the lead, the victory, but now it's a draw. So we go into golden point, Mike.
Fantastic, we've got a minute break, and then we'll have golden point extra time. The first period will be 5 minutes, but the first score will win the game for the team that scores. So a lot at stake here, and Japan, to their credit, they got themselves back into this game. It's 12-all after regular time, extra time in just a minute. Well, so Varty's off.
Well, it's whoever kicked off in the first half, Mike, is do the same thing in the extra time, so Hong Kong possibly gets possession straight away from the receiving the kick.
One man who hasn't been subbed off during this game is that guy there, Alex McQueen, who's been one of the top performers for Hong Kong.
Oh, been a very key pivot, old Alex, and yeah, you need some. He's been playing exceptionally well, so let's hope he can get kick in possession.
Up he goes for it. Oh, he could play Australian rules
well
with
done.
catches like that. Woodward to Rimanet, who takes on Sakai, waiting for his support, goes to ground. Good skills. Here's Yu Kam Shing, who needs to show some pace, bashes his way up. Woodward's there to try and collect the ball. He gets it eventually. It's Rimanet to Simon Leong. Crashes up. Woodward again. He's got two options. Decides to go up the centre himself. Has some support there. Rimanet. Oh no, Varty's knocked it on. And Lameki's onto it in a flash. Matsunobu! Can the guy get him? He's dragged him down. Well done. Rafe Morrison again. Oh, but they're over. Smashes and crashes. It's Lameki again. Lameki is the nemesis of Hong Kong for the second final in a row. He's taken victory from the jaws of defeat. Lamano Lameki. The crowd go berserk. But in the end, ultimately, great play from Japan under pressure, under the cosh for most of the game. They dragged themselves back to level it up at the end of regular time. And then in the first minute of extra time, they made the most of an error from Rowan Varty. He'll be distraught. But they snapped onto that ball and they wouldn't let them go. They had them by the throat. Here's Lameki. Matsunobu, brilliant chase from Rafe Morrison. Look at the young fella go. Dragged him down 5 minutes from the line, but it was Lameki who picked it up at the back of the ruck. Morrison on him again, lost his balance, and is Lameki happy or what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just can't afford those little mistakes in the golden point era. So, yeah, I think Japanese, look how passionate he is, and he played well all tournament too, Lameki. So, Hong Kong's been there way too many times, and it's just the top two, and it's the last few plays that can cost you the championship.
Wow, what a classic. I'm just catching my breath. What an exciting game of rugby. The cup final in Thailand for the HSBC Asian Sevens Series. They won the Malaysian legs 14 points to 7. Heartbreak for Hong Kong there with not a second string team, but they had 2 teams operating over the weekend. They came to Thailand with the thought in their mind that they could upset this Japanese team, and well, for 20 minutes it looked like they were going to, but Japan, to their credit, dragged themselves back into this game and ultimately take out the victory, 17 points to 12. Heartbreak for Hong Kong, but some real good things, positive things to take away for the next leg in Mumbai. Final score, Japan 17, Hong Kong 12. Phew.
What an elbow. Yeah. That'd be gutted. Yeah. Who was it? Hard one. Mickey played well, but I do love that Sri Lanka that's come half. Surya Bandara. Surya Bandara.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony will begin shortly.
Could be.
Did look a bit dodgy, didn't it? The yellow card would have been good there for him.
Yeah, but he can only report on a touch judge. Touch judge didn't report. A little bit unprofessional by Dai at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Thailand Sevens 2013 will now begin. Shield champion is India. We would like Mr. Adisakinu.
So here's the giving out of the silverware. Thailand leg of the HSBC Asian Sevens Series. So it's India who take out the shield. Good effort from them. Proving they're the 13th best team in the tournament. There's Rishi Penzet, the captain of India. What a great player he is for India, and like he said in our commentary earlier today, hopefully he can take some of the things he's learnt in the last 4 or 5 years in New Zealand and Japan back to India. Grow the sport, give back to the sport. If you played rugby, you know what that's all about, giving back. You learn so much, you get so much from rugby. known as Trevor Gregory in Thailand and Trevor Gregory by the people in Hong Kong, is presenting the award, the bowl finalists and champions, the People's Republic of China. So it's the party poopers, the Philippines. They are up against the home team, Thailand, and they beat them quite thoroughly. Good on the Philippines for winning the plate. The plate champions are the Philippines for this Thailand leg of the HSBC Asian Sevens Series. Jake Letts, the captain there, more than happy. Looks like a golden disc, doesn't it? Sri Lanka with a bit of a hiding in the semi-final against Japan, but they came back nicely. Susantha there with a couple of tries in the playoff of third and fourth. There's one of our favourite players receiving his medal now, Surya Bandara. What a great little player he is. So it's Sri Lanka who take the third place finish, beating Korea in the third-fourth playoff. So it's the bronze for Sri Lanka in this Thailand leg of the Asian Sevens Series. The local liaison officer getting into the act as well. Good on her. She's been a busy girl in the last 2 days, looking after all the requests. So absolutely heartbroken. I think Rohan Varti's not even made the prize-giving ceremony. So distraught with his knock-on there in the last gasp of the game. It was a great effort from Hong Kong though. Should be very proud. They gave Japan one heck of a run. So it's the runners-up medals for the boys from the Special Administrative Region of China, Hong Kong. wasn't an easy road to the final. Well, perhaps the road to the final for Japan was easy, but what a rocky exit ramp the final was. 12-0 down. But getting their, fighting their way to 12 all, the end of regular time then. So to the strains of We Are the Champions, it's the Japanese Brave Blossoms who pick up the cup in this Thailand leg. Japan are the champions of this Thailand leg of the HSBC Asian Sevens Series. So they're a happy bunch at the end of that victory. 2 wins from 2 legs here at the Asian Sevens Series. And we'll move the circus on to Mumbai in 3 weeks' time. I hope you can join us for live streaming them on YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage over the last 2 days. The HSBC Asian Sevens Series moves to Mumbai. Thanks for following. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our coverage today. It's been fun bringing it to you from Chonburi in Thailand. Boy, I tell you what, some of this local crew have worked very hard under the searing sun and in the air-conditioned comfort of the control room. And we say Kob Kun Krat to all the crew and look forward to working with them next year. In the meantime, we move on to Mumbai in 3 weeks' time. But it's goodbye for now from the HSBC Asian Sevens Series.
Thank you, my friend.
So here with Kun Adesakemu, the president of ARFU and also involved with the Thai Rugby Union. Kun Adesak, first of all, a very successful tournament this weekend.
Well, very exciting. This is a very big event ever in this region. We have 28 teams, as you know, that very busy, but everything has been very successful.
And how important is it for the Thai Rugby Union and rugby in Thailand to have more and more events like this?
Yeah, we try to invite a team in Asia as much as we can. So we hope that we can make it much more than this year.
So even after all this work, you're still ready for more rugby?
Yesterday, the live broadcasting, the record showed that more than 1 million